of good sportsmanship before, after, and during the ceremony's event. Such knowledge of foul language, fighting, standing on the boards here without scoring offers like this will lead to competitive defeats and your immediate ejection from the facility. We appreciate your cooperation and good news.
Coverage here from Salt Lake City, Utah, between Grand Canyon University and the University of Utah. These two teams played in what was a pretty good matchup for both squads. I think Grand Canyon just kind of came out and had some bus legs and really just wasn't quite ready for this game for Grand Canyon. I mean, for both teams, it's critical, but for Utah to win that first one, that was pretty big. For Grand Canyon at this point, 19, and so those top 20 teams in that area usually get that bid to nationals, and so they got to win tonight. That's basically what it comes down to, and their coaching staff knows it, the players know it, and so come back and win this game and bounce back and even up the series. Your season could be out of reach here as they can drop out of that top 25. You know, you can't drop below that 20 rank, because that's when it is not looking. Both these two teams have been eliminated from contention for winning the WCHL championship, which is not a postseason tournament. It actually is right back with puck drop between the Antelopes and the Utes. as we're just moments away from puck drop for Game 2 of this series. We're in here playing some hockey. Not typical weather here for Salt Lake here in winter, but you know what? That just means the support here at the University of Utah Hockey, and this is, like I mentioned, a really big game for Grand Canyon. This is to play these two teams. Underway here in Salt Lake City between the Utes and the Antelopes, as starting line out there for the Utes is going to be Langenbrunner, Landakusik, and Pond. Offensively, it'll be Noonan. Point pass to Pond, a shot, good save. The puck is deflected wide. Landakusik tried to catch it, but just outside of his reach. GCU tries to push legs, and Jackson and Noonan forced to stay out for Utah. Jackson plays that one off the boards, tried to get it to King. It gets there, just as he plays it forward, and a big hit applied onto him there by Ethan Light, who now passes the puck to walk out of the zone. He drops it off for his teammate, and Cruz is able to get it out there for the Antelopes. Here the first offensive zone stint here for forward pass to Billings. Ends up on the stick blade of Cole Music. Plays that one off the glass. Husby, and dropping back is Dylan Dix, who picks up the puck. Dix into the front in the slot, backhand shot. Good save on the doorstep from Gabriel. 3-2 goals against average with an .842 save percentage. We saw their primary goaltender in Scott Kosabowski last night. GCU maybe just trying to shake some things up for Utah. He's got Benji Mickle to his right and Jovial Milik to his left. A shot from Paulo from the point. The puck is loose in front of the doorstep. Milik is shot. The puck still's got a couple men on him. Brickley has a shot, hits the side of the net. Urtis, point pass to Brickley, the corner for Mickle to pick it up. Mickle, point pass. Brickley a shot, rips it wide. Is going to be Husby, who dumps it in. And GCU will dump and chase. Picking up behind the net is Donovan, sends it back up out of the zone, and it'll be Benji Mickle skating it forward, makes a nice, what a shot, what a wrist shot. And Utah quickly once again. Slater getting on the board for the Utes. And that was too easy for Utah. They just worked their way right into the Grand Canyon zone. They find Bo Slater wide open with a 1-0 lead. Chow, a pass that eventually works out. A shot, rebound loose in front. Worth at a good. Jackson at the blue line keeps it in, sends it deeper in for Slater, continuing his. Noonan pins, opts to just send that one deeper into the zone for Langenbrunner to play it towards the point. A shot from the point coming from Dylan Dent, and gain advantage, but Utah taking over after sending it the other way. The stick of Pond knocks that puck loose for a shot from GCU. It ends up going wide. Pond once again has the puck, backhands it along the chase. Anderson comes out to play it, dumps it towards his left for Shea Landakusik to pick it up. Chase hit along the boards and get off the ice for a line change. I'm gonna go for an icing against Utah. As the faceoff's won by Utah, and they will just dump it out of the zone. Boards there. Landakusik able to get that puck after it was freed, and he skates it across the logo. He's got a man to his left. He just backhands it. Forward pass to Billings. Missed his stick, and then it was intended for Cummings, who was not able to pick up the puck, who knocks it loose with his skate over to Cummings. As Ethan Light a heads-up play to telegraph that pass. First stick handles with King on him there. Wyatt Light applying some pressure on the puck carrier for the Antelopes. As they take it across, it'll be Billings across. Post, it's loose, rebound. King whiffed on the bouncing puck, but Utah controls. Paulo over to Ethan Light. Tries to center it, but it's broken up by Billy on what looks to be GCU. Player that hopped up. And it's a slash against the Antelopes. Chance from Utah right away by winning the draw and getting the puck all the way out. tries to beat a man there. So he tried to beat Rudick. And it's turned over, and it'll be offside. One and sent out of the zone. Anderson's red Bauer stick, and then the CCM pads, and then of course his custom helmet the other way, but it's turned over, and GCU is able to clear this one all the way out. And the whistle is going to blow a penalty. And 7 seconds. As Utah takes over after the draw, it's Logan Jack. Backhands it. A good defense applied there by Grand Canyon. Teammate point pass. That is sent out of the zone onto the stick of Tomlin, who backwards for Newton to chase after. He's got a man on him. They come out of the box. About 10 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4 until GCU will go to the power play for a little under a minute. It's a lucky break for Utah, because I think that could have been a tripping call there. And for who winds up a shot, a good pad save by Anderson. Skating with it now at the point is Billing. For Grand Canyon's defender, what a move by Light! As there was great defense by Mason Cruz to stay home there, but Wyatt Light was doing everything he could to dance around him. As here comes GCU back the other way. They have a chance in front. Anderson's going to cover it up right away. And this is the most we've seen post-whistle in this series so far. Yesterday was a fairly clean and calm game played by both sides. But as you see here, after that whistle, we're not even halfway through the first period. We're just about halfway. And the referees resolved that one without anyone going to the box. Dylan Dix lost his helmet there. See, getting that back on. The penalty box closer to the Utah end this period, so Urdis will come right out. They won't really get any extra things here for the GCU power play. Both the Utes, who had a brief power play, that puck is sent all the way in and sent around the boards. Landakusik sends to the stations there from Che Landakusik, and the Utes go up 2-0. A couple of diving bodies for the Antelopes to prevent Che from taking a shot or even send the puck across the slot for a one-time pound, or on the ice I should say, and even faked out the goaltender there, and he had himself a wide open. And Aaron pass goes all the way back to the corner for Brickley to retrieve it. Brickley was hit hard against the boards, and he broken up there by GCU. And Gabriel Lepper decides to freeze this puck and stop. Goes, and Paulo will retrieve and dump it right back in. Ethan Light in the corner. And it'll be Hernandez playing it back the other way there. Of teammate looks to be Dwinick. Penalty against Grand Canyon. Here comes Ethan Light. Anderson to the bench. Light center. Juicy rebound there in the slot. And they just, I'm sure they're happy that they, in that moment of time, it'll be Dwinick to the box. Dwinick for 2 minutes. As we have, we'll see what happens. Anderson back out to play. Just sends it around the boards to Jackson. Jackson peels back. Mickle along the boards, waiting. Sends it to Jackson, back to Mickle. Sends it to pick it up. Wyatt Light on possession here. Along the board, sends Mickle over to Wyatt Light to Mickle. Play catch with it a little bit. Faceoff will stay in the GCU zone. Utah with just about 45 seconds remaining on the shooting lane here, and that's credit to GCU. Their killing looking a little bit better this evening as that faceoff's won by Utah. It's Diggs, a couple of head fakes. Sent the point. Urdis, Landakusik. And throw Nealon for a loop there, and now here comes Utah on the counterattack. It's Pond to Landakusik in the high slot. Back over. Pass kept in by Dix, who shoots it, and the rebound's loose in front. Still loose, and it's a shot from Urdis that just goes high after a deflection. They change out some players. It's Langenbrunner hooking call against Utah. Clear as day. And Langenbrunner out. We get 2 penalties, an unsportsmanlike and a hooking penalty. So looks like it'll be a little referee and talk to him a little bit. Curtis still talking to the referee. As there's some commotion going, linesman skating over. But there was some commotion going on. I could see why it was called. You can see well, after the referee play, double minor. So that'll be 4 minutes of power play time for them. It's first double minor I've seen in quite some time. Peterson, as it's Cummings for the Antelopes in the Utah zone. He has the opt to just carry the puck, sends it the other way to the opposite point side. To Billings, who dumps it back in. Utah penalty. Point pass to Schaefer, as that was broken up there by Ertis. As Ertis doing a good job as the forechecker man, it all the way in. As there's 2.5 minutes to go on the power play for GCU. Light to the point to Kin, gets it over the Wyatt Light, and it just was behind him a little bit. Nothing for them. They send it to the point. It's Dent. Dent's a one-timer, and it goes wide. Larson steps sent the other way by Jackson. GCU has pass across the zone. That keeper is Rudick. Frustration starting to show a little bit more from GCU. I mean, really just usual on, as you know, if it wasn't a special team sit. GCU will resume play from their own net. It's Schaefer. Now here comes GCU. Good defense by Ertis. Tried to pass it out, but it hit the skate there of what looks to be Cruz, who just dumps it right back in. Cummings, who has a shot, and it's gloved up by Anderson. The puck's still loose. And Dix just opts to whack that puck way out of the zone and change some lines up here for Utah with 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining in the first period of play in tonight's contest. Dix plays it along the boards to Light. Light skates it forward, and he's offside as Lana Kusick just was across the line, and that's happened before. Utah out shooting GCU 15-8. And after this, all the Arizona schools in the WCHL will be done playing Utah, or the other way around. I guess you could say Utah will be through with all Arizona schools after going there 3 times and having Arizona teams come here 3 times. Utah opened up the season with Arizona sweeping them on home ice, and then got swept on away ice in Tucson. As now here come the Utes into the zone. As that was a little bit of an off puck play there by Bryce Caffey, and Ethan Light doesn't like it. Understandably so. Here come the Antelopes. Nealon, a nice pass telegraphed by King, and here come the Utes the other way. That puck just misses the stick of Light, but it was tipped, so it won't be icing. But either way, Wyatt Light was down there first anyway. A big hit by King along the boards, and the whistle's going to blow. That'll be a penalty. I don't know what it is. King leveled an antelope back there. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go in the first. Noonan dumps it in, and Hernandez will retrieve, who plays it along the boards. Over to Potvin. Potvin tries to center the puck in the neutral zone, but it was taken away. Potach with the puck. Ethan Light takes over. He skates it, and he's got 3 Antelopes on him. Makes a nice move. Ethan Light, a shot. Good save. Rebound kicked over to the right of Lepper. Good job by the Antelopes on rebound containment there. And it'll be dumped in. Utah will get a change. They'll keep their defensive pairing of Jackson and Noonan out there. And send Worth, Slater, and Wyatt Light still out there for Utah. Rudick into the zone. He's got Donovan. Rudick and Donovan in the corner work it for GCU, but good defense there from Ethan Noonan. Logan Jackson with the puck. Slides it over to Wyatt Light, who tried to move it to Slater, but a good play by Donovan to break that puck up. Jackson for Utah plays it back to Noonan. Noonan to Chow, and now here comes Slater. Slater into the zone, has a goal already this evening, and it's a good blocker save from Lepper with 20 seconds remaining here in the first. Dent tries to play it out. Musa keeps it in a slap shot, and it never actually got deflected, just went through some traffic. Nice play there by Dix, and here comes Chow as the horn will sound, signifying the end of the first period of play here in Salt Lake City, Utah, between these Western Collegiate Hockey League rivals. Conference play in full effect tonight here for the WCHL in Salt Lake City. Good first period played by Utah. They come out shooting GCU at the end of the first by an unofficial tally of 15-7. But regardless, Utah coming out with some mojo, getting an early goal just like they did last night, and I feel like that's the goal if you're Utah. No pun intended, but you know, when they score early, they've tended to fare pretty well, but they've had problems keeping leads this season, and the coaching staff is well aware of that. But tonight, Utah up 2-0 at the end of the first. They'll see if they can contain this lead tonight. Hopefully they can. They look very good tonight so far. I think a lot better than last night. But referee skating off the ice now. All the players off the ice. Zamboni coming on. We'll take a quick break up here in the booth for the intermission. And you're not going to want to miss the action coming from Salt Lake City between the Antelopes and the Utes coming your way in just about 15 minutes.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Of love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water
Welcome to new
meets the
friends.
sun. We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? Shh. I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Ooh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
My name is Marguerite Van Komen, and I'm a snowbird ski patrolman. My dog's name is Frank. What a good boy, huh? What a good boy you are. I start every morning waking up and having breakfast with the dog, and then we finish every day having dinner together, but everything in the middle changes. We train them using their own instincts, so instead of hunt for dinner, they're hunting for humans. A lot of thought goes into choosing these dogs. Number one, they've got to be able to handle the cold. Number two, they got to be pretty hardy. And three, we're looking for very high drive dogs. The dog that is gonna chew your sofa up at home, we want that dog. The people, the mountain at Snowbird, it's just special. And everything you wanna do is here in Salt Lake. Get off the plane, grab your gear from the luggage cart, and within 30 to 45 minutes, you're up here and skiing on snow. You know, Salt Lake is super unique. We have 4 full seasons. So you can come up, ski all morning till the snow gets a little too smushy, and then you go and hit 18 at the golf course at the bottom of the mouth, and then you can go out for a wonderful dinner and see theater. It's amazing how much you can fit into your day. And not only do we have everything that you want to do, but we have great people to do it with. Everyone wants to be outdoors, happy, and go and play. Every day is different, and I love that. I love showing up to work and going, what is on the plate today? Snowbird is my family, and Salt Lake is my home, and Frank is a great part of that. My name is Marguerite Van Komen. I'm a Snowbird ski patrolman, and I am Salt Lake.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the art.
have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water
Welcome to new
meets the
friends.
sun. We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
Welcome back to Utah Hockey, ladies and gentlemen. I am Patrick McGann, bringing you coverage between the Utes and the Antelopes from Grand Canyon University. And the Utes currently lead Grand Canyon 2-0 here on home ice. As if you're Grand Canyon, I'm sure you got a little bit of a talking to in the locker room this past intermission. I mean, this is, like I said, a very critical game for the Antelopes. I mean, almost to the point where it's do or die. I mean, you're on the outside looking in at the 25th rank. While it is really good to be ranked in that top 25, it doesn't necessarily get you a playoff bid. So these Antelopes, I'd expect to see a huge push. And if they're still down at the end of this period, the third period for the Antelopes is just going to be their final season push for the postseason. I mean, and Utah knows what they're doing too. I mean, GCU can very well take Utah's playoff spot if, GCU wins. Shouldn't say wins out, but if GCU wins out this season, Utah loses tonight or a couple other games, Utah and GCU could, very well switch spots. So this is a huge period for the Utes and GCU especially. Look for GCU to be coming out with a huge push and look out to come ahead this period. I mean, basically every single coach are going to tell you, let's win the period. And so if GCU, gets one back here and is able to hold Utah off the scoreboard, that'll be a victory for them going into the third period. So just look for them to make a big push to keep their season alive, I guess you could say. And as I mentioned, if you're just tuning in, first of all, welcome. And second of all, the WCHL doesn't have playoffs, so that's already been determined. And I think UCO and Missouri State are still fighting out. And even UNLV might even still be in the mix of things remotely. I have to go check and see how they did next intermission this past weekend. But the WCHL is out of reach for both these squads, but the ACHA playoffs are not. And so the stretch, very important for teams like Utah and GCU on the bubble. There's a nice tape pass there from Landon Anderson, and Logan Jackson pinching hard, makes a nice move, and he's hit down there. I think GCU's one of their biggest talking points could have been, hey, stay out of the box. They took a couple of penalties that they shouldn't have. And Utah, as we've seen yesterday and even tonight, pretty dangerous on the power play. And that one's going to be dumped all the way in. Just in case also you're just joining us, Utah went ahead not even 4 minutes into the game to take a 1-0 lead, and then later on in the period, about halfway through, it was Landon Kusick who added on to the Utes tally. And that's a nice couple of passes there from GCU. It's Tomlin who plays that one towards the net, but goes in around behind. King plays it off the boards, and it's sent all the way out. And the puck will skitter all the way down into the Utah zone as Dix will play it the other way, but Nealon was right there. King steps up and takes the puck away from Nealon, and it'll be Landon Kusick who picks up the loose puck and skates with it and pass it over to Dix, and now Landon Kusick will head the breakout from the Utah zone. Here he comes, still skating with it. He's got Dix to his left. He peels back, or at least I think he tried to just stick handle that one or give it a little bit of a toe drag to see if he can make a move and have a shot, but he left it behind him, and now it's Dent at the high slot. Dent, a wrister, and a good glove save by Anderson. Not even 3 minutes have passed here in the second period. And Utah coming out pretty tough. GCU also coming out pretty hard. I haven't noticed. It was not a huge noticeable difference from the first period, but GCU getting some extended zone chances here from Utah. Looks like I've had my head looking more to the right than to the left so far this period, which is a good thing if you're an Antelope fan. And GCU has a centering pass that's deflected and would have been called for a high stick if that stick made contact with the puck above the crossbar there for the Antelopes. And there's a bad turnover from Utah, but they fight to get the puck back, and it'll be Wyatt Light. Backhand pass that was deflected and will end up into the stick blade of an Antelope. GCU playing it back and forth, and they'll opt to reset from their own zone with some pressure from light, from both of the lights, I should say. There's a hit along the boards from Brickley, and Utah will start from their own end again. It's Wyatt Light. He's got his brother Ethan. Wyatt stick handles as a shot. Nice block there by Miskovic. Utah controlling in the Grand Canyon zone as they're behind the net. There's Wyatt Light there. Slater. Light with the puck behind the net. Over to Slater, who leaves it for Jackson. There's a shot deflected in front by Worth, and it goes the other way. And the whistle's going to blow, and a big hit after the whistle. And I believe it was offsides against Utah, but GCU might get called for a penalty here. That was a big hit after the whistle. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was an offsides call. No penalty called on GCU. Linesman getting ready to drop the puck. And we're back underway. Noonan dumps that one all the way in for Hernandez to pick it up for GCU. Potvin will send it the other way, and it was picked off by Worth as Utah has a chance now. A shot high from the Utes, and then that's going to be pushed off its moorings. Referee's going over to take care of that one. As I mentioned, this is the third meeting between these two teams. I mentioned this earlier on the broadcast, but in case you're just joining, in Arizona, Utah won the first game by a score of 4-3, and then the Saturday game down there at Arcadia Ice Center, I think, as I think the home ice for the Antelopes is called, they dropped the second game of the series 6-4, and they came home from Arizona with a split, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you can split on the road every single time, you know, if you're Morgan Feeney, you would ask for that out of your boys, you know, most trips. You know, if Utah's trying to make that jump to the next level to be on, you know, the same talking points as UNLV and University of Central Oklahoma and Missouri State, some of the top teams in this conference, they got to have the mindset where you're going to play a team like GCU that you've been playing really well at home and just dominating. You got to go on the road and do the same thing. And we've seen that a couple of times this season where Utah gets bus legs and they'll lose that first game of the series. Happened at Arizona State. Didn't happen at GCU, but to lose that Saturday game would be uncharacteristic of the Utes. And, oh, a nice grab there by Urtis to keep the puck from going all the way down. He'll stick handle the neutral zone, peel back, and drop it off for Mickle, who skates in, and good defense applied there by the Antelopes. It'll be a holding call against GCU. You know, it kind of happened more after the initial play. I think it was holding after the play. Regardless, it's still a hold, but there's not much argument coming from McIntosh of GCU. Utah back to the power play. Or no power play goals scored tonight for Utah. That puck's in all the way down. But it'll be cleared all the way down. Dix will start play from his own zone as the sun's starting to set here in Salt Lake City. Get the golden rays coming through the windows here. It's no Yost, but it'll do. Maybe I should explain myself for some of those not too diehard college hockey fans, but Yost Ice Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan, one of the cooler designs of a hockey rink you'll ever see. Utilizes a lot of natural light. Hockey's a game that's typically played at night, but day games at Yost are pretty cool to take in. You got that sun shining through the glass. As now to be a pass over to the middle. A shot from Mickle. He scores! A one-time pass into the wide open slot will make it a power play goal for the Utes. Benji Mickle makes it 3-0 Utah. And the Utes just taking advantage here and really breaking this game open now. And, you know, you can joke around and say a 3-goal lead's the worst lead to have in hockey, but right now the Utes are just piling it on, and it's looking a lot better than it did last night, as at one point the Antelopes were within one. It was a 2-1 game at the end of the first period yesterday. But Utah really opening things up on home ice here. Is gotta go for icing or out of play, one of the two. And we've had issues with this before. And the holding penalty that I have on here at the online stat sheet, so that's Michael Lewis, number 28. His jersey says McIntosh. I'm going to go with the statistical data from the ACHAs. There's a shot, good save in front. It's bounced wide, so that'll be a penalty on him. It was Michael Lewis, wearing number 35 tonight for GCU, as it's obviously not his jersey if that's the case. There's a one-time shot, never got to the net. Good defense by Utah. Another shot in front on the back, off the backhand of Podech, and it'll be frozen up by Landon Anderson, who still has himself. You know, I'm not going to finish that sentence. He's still playing a great game, is what I should say. You know, we get superstitious up here in the booth sometimes as well. There's a face-off won by Utah, and it's sent up and out of play. And that is up and out of play into the benches, so no delay of game penalties attached with that one. As we're getting a little bit of a shot update here. It looks like Utah leads GCU in shots 18-10 currently. As that puck is sent out of the Utah zone. GCU tries to attack, but Utah thwarts it once again. Here comes Mickle, fresh off of a goal, makes a nice move. Skates the other way, big circle, and has a shot, and it hits the side of the net. And it'll be the Antelopes. We're able to send it out. Here comes Cruz, who danced around Noonan. Cruz, a shot, rebound, comes off of the pads of Anderson, but picked up right away by the stick of Millick, who had himself his first goal of the season last night. And I believe Bo Slater's goal, which was the first goal of this game, might also be the first goal of the season for him as well. And it looks like it is the first goal of the season for him. As GCU will now take it out of their own end. It's good to see some new Utes on the score sheet this weekend, as we, like I said, Slater getting on the board and Millick as well. So now here comes Husby, dances in, a good stick save, Anderson. It bounces towards the slot, but GCU can't handle a bouncing puck. Nealon dumps it back in, hits the skate there of Worth. And Slater, just talking about him, speak of the devil, is going to send that one out. Husby, tape-to-tape pass. And Tomlin will tip it and follow it up, dump and chase, as now it's music behind the net. And Worth also behind there for Utah. And there's going to be a penalty on Worth. Looks like it'll be something, maybe a hold or whatever it may be. Worth. It'll be a roughing penalty against Worth. And able to hear the referee loud and clear on that one. Worth was not happy about the call, and referee asked him if he wanted another penalty, which the referee wasn't too afraid to do with Landon Langenbrunner earlier on in the game. We saw a double minor from him, and that whistle's going to blow. And GCU going to the box now. That'll be a tripping call. And it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. The Rudick for GCU on the tripping call. Happened so quickly after the faceoff, I didn't even see it. The officiating staff not too hesitant to call penalties this evening. We're almost halfway through the period. 10:58 to go as they set the penalty clocks for 2 minutes apiece for each team. It'll be basically offsetting minors. At this point, 4-on-4 hockey. A shot from the point. Langenbrunner chases after it. It's taken over by Donovan, who plays it off the boards. Who sends it back the other way. And tape pass. Here come the Antelopes. Donovan, a couple of head fakes, dances around Jackson. Pass goes to the point to Nealon. GCU having a shot over to Nealon. One-time pass. There was no one there. They tried to set up the backdoor one-timer, but there was no one home, and it was open. Here comes Lana Kusick the other way, who spins around, makes a nice move in the slot. Lana Kusick, a shot, good blocker save by Lepper, and that'll be a penalty against Langenbrunner, and it'll be a hit from behind most likely. That's a definite penalty right there. Langenbrunner not too happy about it. It'll be a trip, actually. It looked like he was more of a shove from behind, but either way, it doesn't matter. Same amount of time in the box. So we'll have a 4-on-3 for about a minute, and then GCU will go back to the power play with a 5-on-4 after that minute. Billings has the puck here for GCU, tries to make a pass, and it was broken up by the stick of Light, Wyatt Light, and sent out of the zone by Dylan Dix. GCU into the zone, looking for their first goal of the evening here on this power play. Nice pass up to Cruz. Good defense from Paulo. Paulo once again challenging Cruz. Sends it down to Billings. It hits the stick of a Ute, winding up for a shot. Looks to be Dwinick, and Dix blocked a shot there. He's in some pain. So here comes Cummings. And now it's a 5-on-4. Worth and Rudick out of the box. And will be sent all the way out. 50 seconds to go on the power play for GCU. It's a hit along the boards. Here comes Nealon. Nealon skates back, tries to find Cummings, but it hit a Ute skate. It looks like that was Benji Mickles' skate. Cummings cycles it back behind Anderson. GCU on the power play for 20 seconds more now. This is a shot. Good pad save, Anderson. As he got over there in time to make a nice save. GCU still setting it up here, trying to find a shooting lane. As Cruz sends it the other way, a shot! They score! He just pokes it past the right shoulder there of Landon Anderson. And GCU on the board. It looks like it's going to be Dylan Dent, who breaks it open for GCU. They get their first tally of the evening. And GCU, I mean, they've been trying to set up that goal for this whole game. I mean, anytime they got that offensive zone stint, especially on the power play, they were trying to find that man down low on the goal line back door for a one-time shot and just see if they can beat Anderson. And it hasn't really worked out due to some errant passes and some nice saves by Anderson. But right there you see it. He just barely didn't get over in time as it hit his shoulder and went to the net. As now here comes Wyatt Light. He makes a nice picked off pass. Here comes Light, who shoots, hits the post with the shot. As he had a wide open chance as he just out hustled one of those GCU players as Jackson received a pass that was just out of the zone, so it'll force Utah to dump and chase. Puck sent all the way out. Along the boards there for GCU. Looks to be Larson. Now it's Noonan. Plays it off the glass. It goes all the way out. GCU sends a puck all the way out of the zone, which Noonan will retrieve. Light backhand pass to Noonan. Noonan over to Wyatt Light, who's hit pretty hard there, as both parties kind of tried skating out of the way, but couldn't avoid the hit. You like to see that, though. Both parties were not committed to finishing that hit, which could have been really ugly. As here comes Landon Kuzik towards the crease area. He leaves it for Langenbrunner. So he still has it along the boards. Langenbrunner playing the puck. He tries to kick it towards McKay Pond, but it's batted out of the zone there by Cummings. Good hand-eye coordination there. Dent sends it over to Cummings. Cummings skates it behind the net, tries to get it to Billings. It goes through his legs, and it'll be picked up by Utah as that puck goes way up, and it doesn't come down. Gets stuck in the air conditioning / heating units up there. And that puck isn't coming down for a while, most likely. It's also the first puck I've ever seen do that here at the Salt Lake Sports Complex. That went straight up to the ceiling. Typically don't see that. If we were in a NHL barn, that would have taken a while to come down. Would have been just like baseball, waiting for that pop fly to come down onto the ice. As there's a shot, and Anderson just swiftly gloves that and stops play with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second period. This will be Nealon taking the face-off here for GCU against Langenbrunner. And face-off's won by Utah. It's Light. It was hacked at a little bit there, it sounded like. See, aggressively plays the body there. Here comes Langenbrunner across the blue line over to Light. Centering pass skips over the stick of McKay Pond. Point pass sent in by Brickley. Retrieving for GCU is Hernandez, and he was maybe kneed there by Ethan Light. Now here comes GCU. It's Nealon who has a chance. He has a shot. He scores! Nealon for the Antelopes on a delayed penalty. And GCU is right back in this one. 2 straight goals. It's 3-2. And Light's still going to go to the box. And it looks like it's going to be a kneeing call think I was right there. That's what the official said. And Utah won the faceoff but sent it GCU's way. But GCU's going to get the power play anyways. Typically, that doesn't happen. And GCU will take over once again. They have a golden chance here to tie the game up. Closest the game's been all day since it was a 1-0 or a 0-0 game. Now it's Landon Kusick hustling out of the zone for Utah. He's got Donovan behind him, or Billings behind him. He's brought down, and just like that, GCU's power play will fade away. It'll be a 4-on-4 for the next minute 20, and then Utah go to the power play for 40 seconds. Billings to the box for a trip against Landon Kusick, or on Landon Kusick, I should say, not against Landon Kusick, because then Landon Kusick could be in the box. But that's not necessarily a turning point in the game, but that's really disappointing if you're GCU to take a penalty like that. I mean, to really stay in this game, you gotta stay out of the box. That's what I said at the beginning of this period, and they're going to preach it at the locker room again this period. Here comes Wyatt Light, but he's fought off by two Antelopes. Jackson, point pass. So now it's Dix. Plays it off the boards. GCU skates forward again. Now it's Light. Makes a nice move. He eventually coughs up the puck, though. But a good job by Wyatt Light using his body to take away that angle from that GCU player there. I can't quite get a number on him, as now actually he's in the zone all alone. I think it was Rudick who centered that pass towards Donovan, but didn't work out. Here comes Mickle to Dix, who winds up a wrister. A good save. The puck's loose, and it's batted away. Mickle tries to get it to the opposite point, but it's picked off, and GCU has the stretch pass. It was on for a second there. So now it's Donovan. Plays it forward, and now Urtis can take over if he hustles. Urtis on the breakaway. Michael Urtis, puck on his stick, makes a move. Good save by Lepper. A one-time shot just goes wide from the stick of Music. And a good chance there for Utah, as their power play has been on here for the last couple of seconds. Paulo has it, 20 to go on their power play, that is, and he skates the puck in deep. It's turned over to Dent, who just dumps it all the way out, and that'll most likely end the power play for Utah as Billings gets ready to come out of the box. Out he goes and plays offside. There's a penalty actually also being called too. It'll be an interference call against GCU, so they'll go right back to the box, and it'll be Cummings who will take a seat for the Antelopes. And Utah will add on. Basically, they just ended a 40-second power play, and they'll add 2 more minutes onto it. Again, GCU shooting yourself in the foot here by taking so many penalties, being forced to play down as they are able to win that faceoff and get it out of the zone. So it looked like that was Lewis doing that. So here comes Urtis and Landon Kusick. Dix at the point, makes a nice through-the-legs pass to Landon Kusick. Puck goes down low to Pond. Landon Kusick winds up a wrister, and a good save there. Off of a good shot, but the save being made from Lepper. Face-off won by Utah. Landon Kusick tried to put that through the legs of one of the GCU players. Didn't work out. Nealon has it. He dumps it all the way in. Anderson makes a save. He plays it to Landon Kusick, who's got a man behind him. got Lewis behind him. Puck played over to Langenbrunner. Dumps it in. Hahn chases after it. Miskovic did a good job playing the puck the other way. Puck goes all the way out. Nealon on Dix there. Lewis playing defense there on Dix, gives him a little bit of a whack. And here comes Dix, coast to coast. Behind the net he goes, puck on his backhand. Skates it back, finds his natural place there at the point. Centering pass to Pond, just out of his reach. But Utah will keep it in regardless. Tomlin made a diving play to try and knock it out. Here's Landon Kusick at the goal line. Goes around, centers it. Puck is bouncing around, and Lepper just sticks his glove out and makes sure to cover it up. As Utah's got to play a little bit with some more urgency here. They're still playing a little bit conservative and getting a little cute with some of their offensive stints. This is a one-goal game, folks. I mean, Utah can't be doing that. GCU is just sneakily staying in this game, just being really sneaky about it. Utah just kind of feels like it's still like a 3-0 game. But it's a one-goal game, folks. I mean, Utah, the way they're playing, you would think they're up. But, I mean, they are up, but you'd think they're up big time. And, you know, GCU is right back in it. As now it's Mickle behind the net. Backhand pass to Light. Wyatt Light over to Jackson, who tries to make a pass that's deflected high and goes to the opposite side of the zone. Mickle along the boards. And Wyatt Light will take this puck all the way back towards the logo. Power play ending for Utah here. 5 seconds to go on it. Puck sent down deep into the corner, and you can hear the stick taps of Anderson as Cummings gets the puck right out of the box, and whistle blows. Whistle blows, I'm not sure why. It happened right when Cummings got the puck. Trying to see what the referees are talking about here. And trying to listen to the refs. So I can hear the referee actually, not super clearly, but I can make out part of what he's saying. Cummings is going back into the box. And it's because he played the puck from the box. I think it's because he had a foot inside of the penalty box while he was playing the puck. That, or he came out too early, but I'm pretty sure it's because he was playing the puck from the box. Which will be a delay of game penalty, I think is the way it's going to go down for GCU. Yeah, it's a delay of game penalty for the official announcement from the public address announcer. So it's King, who has a shot deflected wide. For a second, I thought he came out too early, but that's almost impossible to do because the player's not the one who opens the penalty box door. It's the attendant. There's a pass across the ice. It's deflected way up and out of play. But yes, I believe it's because he played the puck from the box. It was an awkward play. I was actually quite surprised. The puck literally went right to him right as he got out of the box. And he tried to play it. It could have been a dangerous chance there from GCU, but Utah to the power play. That's actually the first time I've ever seen that being called. As now GCU could have a breakaway if they hustle, and unfortunately for them, the horn's going to sound as Nealon was on there for the breakaway, but that's going to end things here After 2 full periods of play, GCU has clawed their way back into this ball game as they now trail Utah by only 1 goal. And if that's any indication to stay tuned for the third period, I don't know what is the Utes are trying to maintain the lead they have on their rival Grand Canyon in the WCHL. We'll take a quick break. The Zamboni will cut the ice up. The Utes and the Antelopes will go talk game plan. I think if you're GCU, you just want to stay out of the box. I mean, really, you have to stay out of the box. And honestly, that last penalty that you saw is not really, a preventable penalty in a way. It's kind of just, one of those rules that you don't really think about too much. And he was just coming out of the box, didn't even think about it. I mean, you see how Cummings was just confused and how he was just like, I was out of the box, but he had a foot in, I believe, and that's why he was called on it. So that's an unfortunate one, but there are preventable penalties for GCU. So if you're the GCU coach, you're saying stay out of the box for this period and play clean hockey. You're only a bounce out of this one. They're only down by 1 goal. Utah shooting GCU 19-15. As we'll take a quick break, Zamboni will cut the ice after our chuck and puck is done here. And we'll see you back here in Salt Lake City for the third period of play between the Antelopes and the Utes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to game day fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the art.
top, no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to the bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that. I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? Shh. I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Ooh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
This is Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
My name is Marguerite Van Komen, and I'm a snowbird ski patrolman. My dog's name is Frank. What a good boy, huh? What a good boy you are. I start every morning waking up and having breakfast with the dog, and then we finish every day having dinner together, but everything in the middle changes. We train them using their own instincts, so instead of hunt for dinner, they're hunting for humans. A lot of thought goes into choosing these dogs. Number one, they've got to be able to handle the cold. Number two, they got to be pretty hardy. And three, we're looking for very high drive dogs. The dog that is gonna chew your sofa up at home, we want that dog. The people, the mountain at Snowbird, it's just special. and everything you want to do is here in Salt Lake. Get off the plane, grab your gear from the luggage cart, and within 30 to 45 minutes, you're up here and skiing on snow. You know, Salt Lake is super unique. We have 4 full seasons. So you can come up, ski all morning till the snow gets a little too smushy, and then you go and hit 18 at the golf course at the bottom of the mouth, and then you can go out for a wonderful dinner and see theater. It's amazing how much you can fit into your day. And not only do we have everything that you want to do, but we have great people to do it with. Everyone wants to be outdoors, happy, and go and play. Every day is different, and I love that. I love showing up to work and going, what is on the plate today? Snowbird is my family, and Salt Lake is my home, and Frank is a great part of that. My name is Marguerite Van Komen. I'm a Snowbird ski patrolman, and I am Salt Lake.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to game day fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to
Toss
the
them
party!
in the sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the art.
top, no trap. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to the bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome back to the Utah Hockey Broadcast Channel, ladies and gentlemen. I am Patrick McGann, bringing you coverage between the Utes and the Antelopes here from Salt Lake City, Utah. We're getting set for the third period of play between Utah and Grand Canyon. After Utah came out of the gates after the first period with a 2-0 lead, Grand Canyon battles back. 3 goals scored in the last period. Utah gets 1 and Grand Canyon getting 2. And this is when you're going to see a huge push from GCU. Utah still has a lead, but if you really ask me, like I said at the end of the period, it didn't really feel like Utah was really, only up by a goal. They were kind of playing with some calmness and composure, And you know what? While that's not necessarily a problem, I really do think that Utah should have a little bit of urgency here because a sweep is necessary if you're Utah. I mean, getting 1 of 2 here from GCU, it's good. It's fine and dandy, but you need to take two of these games tonight from GCU to really have a successful weekend. You already know if you're Utah, you're coming in tonight and you're not letting the GCU come to your home ice and beat you. That's just, Morgan Feeney's mentality is there's not a team that can beat us on our home ice when we're playing our game. And you know what? Utah has a really good home record this year, and they've played a lot of. UNLV. All the games Utah played with UNLV were very close, but here on home ice, the first night was an unbelievable game, and then they were a little bit deflated for that second night. But teams as good as UNLV will come in. Arizona State or Arizona. They swept Arizona on home ice. Utah. That's your mantra. Is you come in, you protect this house. You don't lose. You don't lose on home ice. And if there's anything Utah does, it's that we're going to defend our home ice. And tonight they're doing it, but they're not. The deal is not done. But Utah will start this period with a 1:30 power play after Cummings took that odd penalty at the end of the second period when he took his first penalty and then stepped out of the box and played the puck right away. Well, he still had a skate in the box, so that's a delay of game penalty. That's what he's sitting for right now. And Utah and GCU are off here in the third period of play between these two WCHL rivals. Utah getting to know GCU very well over the last couple of seasons. Nice stick save right away there from Lepper, and it's sent all the way out. As Utah played GCU a little bit even before their days in Men's Division I. And now they're in the WCHL conference, and they'll be seeing each other 4 times every season from here on out for the most part. So it's Chayline Akusik with the puck now. Skates with it. Still skating with it into the Utah zone. As he cycles up around the net. One-time shot, they score! Landon Langenbrunner wide open in the high slot for a one-time shot, and Utah takes back a 2-goal lead. It's 4-2. That's also a power play goal for the Utes. And they take advantage on the man advantage. It was a really nice play by Landon Akusik. He does a really good job of moving that puck and cycling it through. And he was able to just pull off a really smooth, perfect pass to the stick of Langenbrunner, who just gave it a little bit of a tap, and Utah now up 4-2. And now the Utah's second goal of the night on the power play. Lots of special teams action tonight, as GCU also has a power play goal. But see, if you're GCU, let's take a look at the stats here. Utah scores a goal 3 minutes and 7 seconds into the first period. They score a goal 6 minutes and 25 seconds into the second period. Not too early, but. And then this period, they score one within the first minute and a half. GCU has just been coming out of the locker room a little bit flat. I mean, they immediately shoot themselves in the foot, and they, you know, if you're going to want to come back and win this game, you can't do that. You can't come out of the locker room and just, you know, give up a goal like you just did. But, you know, that also kind of stems from the unfortunate situation that Cummings found himself in when he hopped out of the box the first time, and I guess now he'll never forget, and he'll most likely not take that penalty again. As that pass went point to point, but it was off the mark. A slap shot, good save Anderson, rebounded front, knocked away by Noonan. Here comes Wyatt Light across the blue line, makes a nice move. Wyatt Light, one-time pass for Ethan, and play will stop. Referee stopping play for a loose nut, I believe. Yep, just barely, but loose enough to where they'll have to stop play. Not even 2 minutes expired, and we've had quite a bit of action so far this period. There's might be some ice issues there behind the net, right by the net. Referee still trying to fix it up there. Face-off won by GCU. And they send it out, but right to the stick of Paulo. And that puck goes up and out of play. Don't forget to stay tuned, as we'll cut this YouTube broadcast after the game is over and then set up for the Women's Division I game. And what proves to be the game of the night, as the Utes are taking on top 15 ranked Arizona State, and what will be a very intriguing matchup, as the women, I believe this is their first time this season getting the primetime slot for the breast cancer awareness game. Is now here comes GCU. They shoot, they score. Wow, what a move right in front there. And GCU answers the Utah goal, as I think that was Preston Larson on the goal for the Antelopes. Preston Larson or Colby Donovan. Kind of hard for me to read the dark purple numbers on the black jerseys from a distance, so I apologize for that. I believe it will be going to number 17, Colby Donovan. But that was a really nice move. That's just a classic. You come in with speed, you peel back a little bit, you take a little bit of gas off, take your foot off the gas pedal a little bit, peel back, make a little bit of a toe drag, and wrist it right into the back of the net. There's a one-time play for Utah, and it was McKay Pond with the shot, but Lepper covers it up right away, and he's able to get play stopped here with just over 17 minutes to go in the third period. Langenbrunner will take the draw for Utah. Face-off won by Utah. Landon-Kusick makes a nice couple of moves as he kicked the puck to his stick blade, but ended up turning it over as Noonan's hit really hard along the boards, and they'll force the Utah defender to have to drop back from the play, as it looked like Pond was able to drop back there for him. GCU heads the breakout from behind their own net. And they have an errant pass that'll go to McKay Pond to Landon-Kusick. Landon-Kusick skates up, makes a nice move. Landon-Kusick on the doorstep. Oh my goodness, just missed it. The rebound was loose as Lepper was down on the ice out of position, but Utah couldn't take advantage. Here comes GCU now. Tomlin playing defense there on Jackson. Pond able to get the puck out. Pond just kind of slides it back into the zone. And GCU almost had a breakaway there. It would have been Nealon. Utah defense caught out of position there for a moment. That puck's played along the boards by Husby. And they'll go all the way down. GCU once again finding themselves down only 1 goal to the Utes. As Paulo has a man on his back. GCU able to win the puck over. They have a point pass, and King able to fight that off as Lepper coming out of the net. He's going to send that one out. It stayed in play just off the glass. Smart play by Lepper. But that's not a chance you want to take, though, against a player like Ethan Light, who's pretty fast. GCU tries to make a couple moves, and King passes it over to Wyatt Light. Paulo has a shot from the point, and it's deflected wide by the pad of Lepper. Pass over to Dix. Skates it in, has a shot. It hits the glove of Lepper and goes behind him. Unable to close it up in time. As 5 minutes have expired so far in the third, here comes Cummings, makes a nice move. Cummings still has the puck on a stick. One-time pass, they shoot, good save. Anderson, puck bouncing around in front, and it's sent around and out of the zone for Potvin to break it out. As now it'll be Billings for GCU for another stint in the offensive zone for them, but a pass is picked off by Wyatt Light and sent to Ethan Light. Sends that puck to the stick blade of Curtis, who is hit along the boards there. Good defense there by Mickle as Utah challenges the puck carrier. Sounds like a player from GCU a little bit frustrated after slamming the bench door. Urtis sends it around. Pass to the stick of Mickle, and there's a penalty against GCU. There's a misconduct. There's a game misconduct against Potvin. And that'll be all for him this evening. I wonder if that slamming of the door was motivated more by a referee miscall or something. This official's not messing around. I think that slamming of the bench door might have been charged there towards the referees. It's a shot from Music, a shot in front. So I didn't say what the misconduct was for. As they can't find the puck on Lepper. They're shaking out his pads, and he still can't find the puck. He's like, I swear, I don't know where it is. They checked his pants, and now they're checking his pads like they don't even know where it is. It's the first time I've seen this. I mean, I've seen a puck get lost in some pads, but not for this long. They still can't find it. They're patting him down like he's at the airport. I have never seen this before. Still can't find the puck. I wonder if we're going to have to take off some pads here. Taking off his helmet. He's going to take off his jersey. I have never seen this before. You can hear the GCU bench. This is just unbelievable. They can't find the puck. I mean, of course, you can go grab a new puck, but I mean, you don't want to play with the puck in your pad. Actually, I don't think they can grab a new puck, because if there's a puck in his padding, that could result in like a goal situation. As there you go, Lepper waving his jersey around. They finally found the puck. But back to what I was saying, I don't think he could theoretically play with a missing puck in his padding, because if it were to come loose and go in the net when Utah was, pressuring, it could give Utah a goal that they shouldn't have and just result in 2 pucks in play whenever it came free. I'm not sure if there's an official ruling on that, but that wouldn't surprise me if there was. They got all the nitty-gritty stuff in the rule book. That's what it's for. But that was pretty funny. Happened right after that misconduct against GCU. And GCU finally pries that puck away, and they'll win the faceoff. And it's dumped out. That puck's dumped in and chased after. Dylan Dix trying to make a nice fake. There's a one-time pass towards the middle, and it goes for naught and goes all the way back the other way. It's going to be icing against Utah. Donovan against what looks to be Langenbrunner in the face-off circle for Utah. And that will be sent all the way back in. Langenbrunner behind the net. Pass to Landon Kusick. Line to Kusick. Across the blue line, makes a nice move. It's poked away. And sent out. Here comes McKay Pond. A shot, and it's sent wide. Another shot. That goes wide. And it's a good save by Lepper. Pond tries to dump it in, but GCU takes over. They sent it out, and puck's turned over to King. He skates it in. He has a shot. Good save. Rebound loose, and it's quickly dispersed by GCU. Noonan dumps it in. Schaefer tries to grab the puck. He lost it, and now it's picked up by Light, who makes a nice move behind the net. Light, still stick handling. He's pinned along the boards finally by Dent. His brother, Ethan, comes in to help. Point pass to Jackson, which is blocked by Tomlin. Another shot and a good save by Lepper. And you face off here to the right of Lepper, and Utah will lose the draw to GCU and send it back into their own zone. Keep the same line out there. Puck is dumped all the way in. Tomlin fouls it up for GCU as well as Rudick. And Light makes a nice move, and King had the right idea. It just, Tomlin stepped up and telegraphed the pass right through his legs. Would have had Wyatt Light on a breakaway. Puck played along the boards to Paulo. And it's dumped all the way in. Wyatt Light, pass to Alex King. Over to Ethan Light, who has a shot. It's high and wide. Mezek now makes a nice couple of moves. And he's hit from behind from King, and now it's Light who takes over. Wyatt Light, stick handling, drops it off for Ethan Light. Skates deeper into the corner. And he's hit along the boards there. Man, that could have been scary if it was any harder or had much more force behind that hit. Puck is sent out. Mickle hit along the boards, and now here comes Light. Wyatt Light makes a nice move, still has it, and he falls to the ground, and he's hit hard along the boards, so hopefully he's okay. He was hit the boards hard with a GCU player behind him. It was just incidental contact. Point pass to Jackson, over to Dix, who stick handles, over to Urtis, who winds up a shot through traffic. A good save, puck loose in the crease, and it's kicked out, but Jackson for the Utes takes over. Pass to Urtis, over to Dix. And then GCU takes over. Here comes Billings on the counterattack. He has a man. Looked like it was Cummings, but the pass was behind him, so it didn't work for GCU. And the whistle's going to blow for icing against Utah. But just want to give a quick shout out to Jalen, one of the biggest Ute hockey fans out there, watching all the way from Nanny Glow, Pennsylvania. Thank you for tuning in all the way from across the country. It's getting a little bit late out there, 8:42 I guess right now, but one of the biggest Ute fans out there, Ute hockey fans I should say, and we just want to say thanks for tuning in, Jalen, to tonight's broadcast, and go Utes, as now it'll be Benji Mickle who dumps it all the way in. He's hit hard, and it'll be Cummings, and there'll be a penalty. Referee all the way behind the play has a penalty, and we'll see what it's all about. It'll be Dylan Dent. He goes to the box, cross-checking. Utah once again back to the power play, where they've been successful twice tonight. Face-off won by Utah. They take it over. Point pass to Dix, who has a shot. It just goes wide. Landon Kusick going to follow it up. Got a man behind him. It was Lewis behind him. As it'll be Urtis along the goal line. Backwards pass to Landon Kusick, who gives it to Langenbrunner, who has a shot. Hits the side of the net. Both Pond and Langenbrunner play in front. Oh, my goodness. Urtis. They tried to do the Trevor Zegras. Oh, my gosh. I was just about to say that earlier in the second period when Utah had some extended time behind the net there, that I was like, Landon Kusick, he's wanted to try the Michigan before, and oh my goodness, they almost pull off the Trevor Zegras. Would have been a basically what that is. It's just a player from behind the net flips the puck over the net for it to be batted out of the air by a player in the low slot of the crease area. But Michael Urtis was called for a high stick on it. That's why it's tough to pull off. As there's a play in front, there's a shot across the crease. It goes wide. It's hard to pull that off just because you got to make sure the puck drops enough so it's below the crossbar so you can hit it so it's not a high stick. Dix a slap shot that's just missing wide. And there's another play in front, puck bouncing around, and the referee eventually blows the whistle. And we wish you see the goal cam, but we wish you can give you an inside the net cam to see where that puck is, but can't see it. King will take the draw. Just over a minute to go on the Utah power play with 8:35 to go in regulation time. Utah playing catch there at the point. It's Ethan Light over to Jackson once again. Jackson over to Wyatt Light, who winds up a wrist shot that's blocked off of the pad there. A GCU player. They try and get it out, but Mickle does a good job winning that puck out of the scrum along with Wyatt Light. King and Mickle in the corner for Utah. And GCU is just able to clear this one out and burn some more time off this penalty kill for them. comes Ethan Light across the blue line. Stick handling it, goes to the corner, taped to, I guess not taped to tape, it'll go to the skate of Mickle, who sends it to Jackson. Now Mickle once again. See stick handles, nice telegraph pass there by Colby Donovan. And King taps that one over to Mickle. Mickle over to Jackson, and you can hear Anderson banging his stick. Dent now out of the box for GCU. Full strength, both sides. As it'll be point pass to Light, who has a shot. It just goes wide. Jackson, puck down low. Nice pass, play to White. Light has a shot, hits the post again. He's hit, I think, 2 posts tonight. I think he even had 1 post yesterday. Maybe last weekend. I'm getting those confused, but I feel like he's hit the post quite regularly last couple of games here. As here it's Wyatt Light again. He's pushed off the puck there by Potvin, looks like. Or excuse me, Tomlin. Potvin is the one who has been ejected from the game. Mesick plays it forward, and now here comes GCU. It's Nealon who stops, and Langerbutter can't quite get his stick on the puck, and it'll stay in the zone as GCU just dumps it deeper in. As Noonan was behind the net and made a smart play. Now here comes Lanakusic with some speed on Nealon, and he can't quite win the puck. Nealon plays it back out towards the neutral zone, and here comes Mesick. A shot, and looks like Tomlin's stick broke on the wrist shot there and never went anywhere. As Noonan tries to play it in. He's pushed off the puck. Cummings waiting in the neutral zone for the stretch pass. But Billings will just take it in anyway. Billings with some speed. Still skates it. High slot, a shot. Good defensive block there from Paulo. Slanakusic tries to skate it out. It's Pond into the zone. Still stick handling. It's taken away by GCU. It's Cruz skating it in. Cruz pass to Billings just out of his reach. He's just going to try and keep it in. He plays it backwards to Viskovic, and that'll force them to reset. Puck sent all the way down and behind the net. Music at the point. A slap shot. It's deflected wide. Milik plays it back to Dix, who winds up a slap shot deflected by the stick of Mickle, and it goes wide and never even got to the net. Billings with Mickle on him there, trying to find Cummings. But that play's broken up by the Utes. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in regulation time. Utah leads by 1. There's a big hit behind the net. Another shot on the rebounder shot from Mickle, and it is just deflected wide. Another shot through traffic, got to Lepper, but he made the save. That puck's going to come out of the zone, force Utah to regroup. I'm not too upset about that. It just wastes some more time. Here comes Mickle, who winds up a shot pad save by Lepper. Utah out shooting GCU 30-21 currently. And it'll be Rudick for the Antelopes skating it in. Rudick peels off a shot pad save Anderson. Now Donovan. Backwards to Schaefer. Schaefer makes a nice fake there on Ethan Light. Another nice block there by the stick of Noonan. Urtis just dumps in. He's going to get a change. And he'll get called for a penalty on Schaefer. I believe there's a delayed penalty on Urtis. Probably is going to be a trip, would be my best guess, as he and Donovan exchanged pleasantries as Donovan kind of pushed him and then Urtis sent him down to the ground. But still a delayed penalty here for the Utes. Here comes Mesick over to Larson. Centering pass across, broken up by Utah. And Urtis will come back off the bench. And he's not arguing too much with it. He knows that he's going to be in the box, and it's going to be a trip. And the timeout will be called. And Grand Canyon will call a timeout. And so here is their golden chance. I mean, you could see why they're calling a timeout here, just to get their bearings and draw up a play off the faceoff and kind of figure out what they're going to do on this power play. Got the whiteboard out, looking at some of the plays. And Utah, it's basically just defend, 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 and clear, clear, clear. And just waste as much time as you possibly can. So you can try and just put this game to bed. You can imagine that if this game stays the way it is, they'll pull Lepper at some point. Lepper, the Glendale, Arizona native, having a better game tonight. Well, excuse me, I shouldn't even say that because it was a different goaltender last night for GCU with Scott Kosabowski, the Calgary native. And definitely a better night between the pipes for GCU tonight. They gave up 7 last night. They scored 3 last night as well. They're trying to make it 4. And however, actually, it's got to be 4 if GCU is going to come back and win this game. So here we go. 3.5 minutes to go in regulation time. GCU takes over after the faceoff. They are in the Utah zone here. Dent passing it over to Billings. Billings stick handles back to Dent. One-time shot, and it gets to Anderson, and he makes a nice save. Faceoff will stay in the zone here. And it'll be won by the Utes. But Grand Canyon will skate on down and take over. Billings over to Cruz. Cruz point pass to Dent. Good defense there from King. It still goes across though. GCU taking their time here. 25 seconds already gone on their power play. Billings a shot deflected, picked up by Wyatt Light with Nealon behind him. Cummings pressuring now as well. King, the forward out of Gillette, Wyoming, skates across the blue line. A shot, it just goes wide. And for Wyatt Light to take over as Utah plays it back on their own end. Music, pressure on him from Cummings, who has a big hit along the boards, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is bad there. Wyatt Light and the Utes furious as Anderson took a shot well after the whistle, and a Ute, I fear it might be Dylan Dix, was hit extremely hard along the boards. His head, I mean, that is as scary as a hit gets. You'd like to see Cummings get tossed. That's a dirty hit, folks. That's a really dirty hit. And dirty players spend a lot of time in the box, and we see it again, Cummings in the penalty box. And yeah, Cummings, he'll have to leave this game, rightfully so. It's a dirty hit. You don't want dirty players in this game. And he'll be suspended, or ejected, I should say, not suspended. There could be a further suspension. And Wyatt Light will also go to the box. And there'll be some penalties dished out here. We'll see how it boils down. We all hope that the Utah player affected is okay. It looks like if it's Dylan Dix, he's up skating right now. Doesn't look like there's anyone over by the trainer for Utah. That was just a really scary hit. Unbelievable. And there'll be 2 Antelopes in the box, 2 Utes in the box. We'll see how this boils down. It'll be a 5-minute penalty against GCU, as it's Cruz and Duinick in the box here for GCU. And folks, the reason I say it's a dirty play you hit a defenseless player like that into the boards who's already going down. It was clear that the Utah player was going down already. And Cummings finished his hit. And the player's head, you could just see it kind of like bent over, like, jerked to the left a little bit. And that's like the classic sign of just a bad hockey hit along the boards that should not have been finished. It was not, that is not the definition of finishing a check. That check could have been avoided. As Dix tries to fight back here. I think it was Dylan Dix who was hit down there in the corner. He was very slow to get up. He's still playing. Good to see there from the Utes. It's a 4-on-3, currently a 4-on-4 situation, but will be a Utah power play in the matter of 33 seconds when Erdis will come out of the box. Morgan Feeney just signaling over to Erdis. I think you're coming out. And staying out, it looks like. We're just giving the thumbs up. Landon Kuss taking the draw against Donovan. It's won by Donovan and over to Rudick. 2 minutes remaining in regulation time. And for the rest of this game, GCU will be playing with 4 players. As their chances basically these next 20 seconds until Erdis comes out of the box. Pass over to Schaefer. Across the blue line. A shot, good blocker save by Anderson. 5 seconds to go on the penalty for Utah. Erdis getting ready to leave the penalty box. Larson at the point, he's wide open. Makes a nice move, skating high slot. Good defense from Dix, and the puck will slide right out. And now Utah to the 5-on-4 power play. 80 seconds remaining in regulation time. It's Larson at the red line. Forward pass to Mezek. It's taken away there by Jackson, and Utah will send it out. It's Landon Kusick who takes it himself, has the puck, has King, lines up a shot. He scores! Landon Kusick once again putting the game away for the Utes. They lead 5-3. Landon Kusick's second goal of the game. Had himself 5 points last night. And it looks like what? Three points tonight. He's having himself quite the weekend. Sorry for the pause there, just counting up the stats, but he is having himself quite the weekend, and Utah responds to the dirty hit from GCU. And they lead 5-3, putting the game on ice for the Utes. And because it's a 5-minute penalty, Utah will stay on the power play. It's another power play goal for the Utes. I think that's their third of the night, as power play getting a lot of work. So here comes GCU into the zone. It's Mezek. Backhand shot, gloved up by Anderson right away. He covers it up with 45 seconds to go. Yeah, just back to that hit, it was the whistle blew, and then Dent from GCU had a shot well after the whistle, and that's what Wyatt Light got upset about. That's, not ideal. He shouldn't be shooting the puck after the whistle, and that's why Utah got so upset about it. Even Anderson skated over. And we've seen Anderson is not afraid to be a presence in some of these scrums. But 40 seconds to go, separating Utah from a sweep of Grand Canyon this weekend. It's Jackson in the corner. 2 big wins for the Utes to keep them in the hunt for these playoffs. And St. Louis, the national championships for the ACHA. I don't know why I couldn't say that. That puck is sent way up and out of play. And Light will come out of the box, as well as Cruz. It looks like they were in for some time. 5 minutes, I believe. And so at this, GCU's playoff hopes are going to dwindle. And at this point, it's really not up to them if they make it. It's up to teams like Utah to lose out. That's what GCU would hope. There's a big hit along the boards on Langenbrunner. He knocks a player down. Could go for a trip. But the referee's not going to call it. They're just going to let the clock run out here. And so I'm sure they're talking a lot behind the net there, but the horn sounds. That's the end of the game. Utah beats Grand Canyon 5-3 and get the brooms out. Utah will sweep the Antelopes and continue their winning streak. I believe it's now a 6-game winning streak for the Utes after beating Oregon at home in December twice, after beating Colorado twice at home last weekend, and now beating Grand Canyon twice at home this weekend. Really good game played by the Utes. Grand Canyon was in this one all night long, basically. I mean, they did go down 3-0, or 3-0, and they battled back to make it 3-2 at the end of the second intermission, and then it was close for a one-goal game for a good portion of this game and this third period. But Utah able to finish off the Antelopes and take the season series by a tally of 3-1, winning 1 down there and then winning 2 up here. And until next season, Utah will face off against rival Grand Canyon, and it'll be a great rivalry for the next seasons to come as they shake hands down there on the ice. But that's not the only broadcast we have tonight, folks. We have women's hockey coming to you live from Salt Lake City as the number 11 Arizona State Sun Devils come in to face the number 21 Utah Utes. Utah fighting to get into the playoffs for the WWCHL, and they're also fighting for a playoff spot to nationals and get the men's team and the women's team there. So you're not going to want to miss that. That's coming up in about a half hour, 45 minutes. But for tonight's broadcast for the men's Division I team, that's about all the time we have left. We thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. It was quite a dandy between these Utes and these Antelopes. But if you're coming back for the women's game, we'll see you in just a few moments. If not, this is Patrick McGann thanking you for tuning in to the Men's One broadcast. It was Utah and Grand Canyon. Utah victorious 5-3 over the Antelopes. This is Patrick McGann saying so long, and hopefully we'll see you in a bit, but if not, good night.